Hello, this is Kevin from Level 30 Games, and I'm here today to provide my reasons why you should check out Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. A few months back, I heard Ori and the Blind Forest was a great game, so I watched a few trailers, and I instantly fell in love with the art style, music, and gameplay. While Ori may be referred to as an indie game by some, it is up there with some of the best games in regards to design, art style, music, and gameplay. When thinking of Ori's atmosphere, the words beautiful, engaging, and amazing all come to mind right away. The art style and music were the first things I raved about to others when discussing this game. The sound and music design is superb, and the combination of visual style and musical score really pulled me into this game. In Ori and the Blind Forest, you play as Ori, the last remaining guardian spirit, and must restore order to the Forest of Nibel and save the dying land. Gameplay-wise, Ori is a single-player 2D platform adventure or Metroidvania-style game. If you're unfamiliar with Metroidvania-style games, they involve backtracking to previously explored areas once you have acquired upgrades to open up new locations. The backtracking never seems like a burden because it is done in a smart way, and there is also the ability to warp to locations on the map in order to fast travel. The controls are simple, tight, and effective. The game introduces you to new mechanics at a decent pace, and I never felt overwhelmed by having too many new options at my disposal. While there were a few action sequences where I died often, it was purely my fault, and I never felt frustrated due to control flaws or unfair game mechanics. Main power-up abilities are discovered throughout the game world, and how they work is explained to you upon acquiring them. The area where you find them requires you to successfully use the new ability in order to continue your adventure. I really like the implementation of the skill tree to power up Ori and gain new abilities. The way this works is you spend energy acquired from defeating enemies in order to upgrade your character's abilities and skills. All of the abilities work very well with one another, and the character's fluidity and movement connect so well that it makes Ori even more enjoyable to play. During your adventure, you can save wherever you like as long as you have the required amount of energy in order to do so. This may sound scary, but you almost always have that minimum energy, so this is not an issue. Ori has several intense and enjoyable action sequences throughout the game that may require you to retry several times before moving on. Completionists will enjoy finding hidden areas, items, and the challenges you have to successfully pull off in order to obtain them. There is one area of the game that introduced a new puzzle mechanic that I struggled with for a while, but when I figured it out, I thought that mechanic was very intriguing, and the way it was implemented was extremely clever, and then I enjoyed that area of the game that much more. I spent a solid 10 hours playing Ori, and I still have one area left in order to complete the entire game. There is even more to do if you like to clear achievements. The game has many. Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition is a great game that I thoroughly enjoyed through my entire playthrough so far. I highly recommend Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition to everyone.